Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Spuds TV for another night of Moorhead Wrestling. Tonight, your Spuds are hosting the Davies Eagles, and we're jumping right into the action here. Actually, this is our third match of JV wrestling we're already into. First two ended in pins. First two ended in pins in the first period. This is the first one to get into the second period. And here wrestling are Brewer and Adu. I'm Cole Maring, and I will be your commentator tonight. And welcome to Moorhead High School and to Spuds.tv. Happy to have you here supporting Spuds Wrestling. Brewer took bottom, and Adu turns him over and gets a pin. 20 seconds into the second period. The score was 2-1 prior. Adu with a takedown and Brewer with an escape. But Adu ending that with a fall in 1 minute and 20 seconds in the second period. We should have a number of JV matches here tonight. Both teams with a lot of wrestlers out. And being there only 14 varsity matches, any extras would have to take place in the junior varsity. Here's Spuds and Davies wrestlers. Davies down on a double leg, and Spuds with a hipping him in. Davies coming up with a leg, though, in a single. And the Spuds wrestler looking for a whizzer. And they break apart with no change in position. Score still 0-0. We're 30 seconds in to the first period. A little bit smaller wrestlers here. You see a little bit more action in these weight classes. Action in regard to takedowns, shot attempts, and there our Moorhead wrestler gets a takedown and is getting back points. A little bit of a scramble there, but he was able to get a 2 or 3 count there from the official, and that is 2 back points. Dave's wrestler attempting a Granby of sorts or a roll, but no change in position, and that first period's over, 4-0 for the Moorhead wrestler. Moorhead defers. Davies takes neutral to start the second. And this is our 4th JV match of the night. Like I said, we may have a number of JV matches here. Varsity, though, maximum there will be 14 matches, 14 weight classes. And varsity will start at 7. And 2 takedown for our Moorhead wrestler here. Varsity will start at 7 tonight. If there are enough JV matches, it may get pushed. It could start at 5 or 10 after, maybe even quarter after. I have seen that. But it will not start before 7 p.m. And our wrestlers go out of bounds. Davies attempting a roll. And that score is 6-0. We're in the second period with 24 seconds remaining on the clock. And our Davies wrestler is down. Moorhead on top. Moorhead riding tough here. As the Davies wrestler is broken down. And wrestler working to a base, but it is tough to get up when you have that head down. Moorhead riding tough. Head and arm behind. And we're into our third period, Moorhead's choice. Moorhead takes the bottom. Our Spuds wrestler takes bottom and starts the third. Score is 6-0 for the Spuds. Still in decision territory. Davies riding tough and returning him to a map, but getting dangerous. And the Moorhead wrestler is able to reach around over the head as the Davies wrestler gets too high and get a reversal. Not just a reversal, but is getting back points here. He for sure has a 2 count. That's at least 2 points. But they are scrambling here. Davies working to get off his back. And your Spuds wrestler gets a 2 near fall with that, putting the score 10-0. It does put us into major decision territory for the match. Moorhead wrestler with Davies wrestling on his back, looking for a pin late in the third. Davies wrestling tough on bottom there, but that Moorhead wrestler is riding real hard with a good hold. Referee indicating 2 back points and 2 back points awarded, making that score 12-0 to end our match. Spurs wrestler winning by major decision. Little break here as our next wrestlers get ready. JV here, our periods are 1 minute apiece for a 3-minute match.
Winner by major decision for Moorhead is Will. Our next match for Fargo Davies, Skyler, and for Moorhead, Aiden.
So for Davies, that's Skyler Oster. For Moorhead, that would be Aiden Hestbeck. Oster and Hestbeck wrestling now. Hestbeck in on a double. He's got Aiden back on his haunches, but is not able to convert quite yet. Still wrestling down there. Trying to convert to a double and try to lift the wrestler over. That does get tough here. These wrestlers at about 145, 152 pounds. And Oster comes around for the 2-point takedown, making that score 2-0. And there were about 15 seconds, now 10 seconds left in the first period. Hestbeck is able to buck him off and get a 1-point escape with only a few seconds remaining in the first. Oster right in on a double right at the last moments there, but unable to convert. And that is our first period, 2-1. Davies Oster over Hestbeck. We had Oster's decision. Oster defers decision. Hestbeck takes bottom to start the second. Pretty common. Hestbeck trying to do a sit-out and Oster doing a chin drop. Just a 1 count, though. No back points awarded. Not enough time with the shoulders exposed. Oster still riding Hestbeck tough. Oster has a leg in. And Hestbeck going back and forth, trying to kick him off. And going out of bounds, he does. Rolls him off. 2-point reversal awarded to Aiden Hestbeck. There are 33 seconds left in the second period here. Score is 3-2 for Hestbeck over Oster. Hestbeck locking up a cradle and bringing the Davies wrestler back. And near falls being counted. 5 near fall were counted. That's at least a 3-point near fall. But Hestbeck here looking for the pin. And he gets it. 8 seconds left in the second. That's a 1 minute and 52-second pin for Hestbeck over Oster.
Winner by fall for the Moorhead Spuds, Aiden.
Really good cradle. Typically tough to pin your opponent with it and good for back points, but that was a very, very good technique to get the fall.
Next matchup for Fargo Davies, Sine versus Moritz Croy.
Two more wrestlers here trying to find their names, but if you're fans, you know who these are. Sine and Croy. Sine for Davies, Croy for Moorhead. A lot of action. Your Moorhead wrestler getting the 2 takedown. Just with kind of a duck under go behind. Your Davies wrestler fighting back and getting the reversal there. So 2-2, Moorhead is down. There are 30 seconds here in the second. And we're looking for another, looking likely like another reversal. And there was the reversal, 4-2. 5 seconds here. Moorhead wrestler trying to maintain control. Look for a turn, and that is our first period. Close to an escape there for Davies, but no change. Davies' decision, they take the down position to start the second. Again, that score 4-2 for the Spuds. After the races, Spuds also able to get an arm trap. Davies going for a stand-up, but tough to maintain control. We're looking for a chicken wing or arm bar of sorts, and gets at least a 2 count. That is back points. Now, getting in danger here, Davies wrestler about to flip over. That takes some flexibility. 3 back points are awarded. There was a 5 count. And there's no change in position. And Moorhead wrestler able to maintain control and go for more near fall as the previous pinning combination was broken. There's at least a 2 near fall indicated, and 2 near fall are awarded. Wow, some very scrappy wrestling we're having here. Very good wrestling. We're going into the third period, 9-2. Score is 9-2 for your Moorhead wrestler. Moorhead going down to start the third. Here's Russell riding tough, and Moorhead looking to get an advantage here. If he's a little bit in danger, a little high and off to the side. And you see where that danger goes. That is a 2-point reversal. Moorhead in control on top. That score is 11-2. That is major decision territory. Major decision being if you are winning by 8 or more points. That is absolute. So since they're winning by 9 points, 11-2, that is in major decision territory. Moorhead riding tough. Davies unable to get away, and that will be our match. Your winner, Croy from Moorhead, 11-2, major decision. Very good match, fun pinning combinations we're able to see. And going all the way until the end.
Our next matchup for Fargo Davies, Kaya versus Moorhead Owen.
Wrestling now. Still trying to find their names on the sheet, but it'll be Taya and Owen were announced by the announcer. Davies and Moorhead wrestlers, and we're getting to about 30 seconds in with no change. A lot of locking up and working for position. Davies goes for a sort of front head, but gets duck undered, and 2-point takedown for your Spud. Making that 2-0, and we are at 20 seconds left now in the first. No change in position. That is our first period. Davies' choice. Davies elects neutral to start the second. The wrestlers a little wary of each other, but Davies diving in to lock up for another front head. Moorhead in on a single leg. Davies wrestler trying to maintain control, but Moorhead getting the 2-point takedown with a good finish for their single leg. Score is now 4-0. And we're about halfway through our second. Your Moorhead wrestler looking for a chicken wing or armbar, depending on what part of the nation you live in, and it has the shoulders over for back points. 5 back points, 5 counts were recorded. That's at least 3. But you can see our wrestlers looking for a pin and converting just to a regular lock over the body, trying to get both those shoulders down on the mat for some amount of time for that official to call the pin. Short time here. And unable to get the fall, but does get 3 back points awarded, making that score 7-0. Moorhead takes down to start the third period, up 7-0. Moorhead wrestler does a stand up and reaches around for a leg. Davies trying to hold on, but unable to keep the reversal from happening. Reversal for your Spuds wrestler, right into a half Nelson and a turn, getting back points counted. And looking for a pin again here. And it gets it. For the half Nelson in the third period, your Moorhead wrestler gets a pin. 2 minutes and 24 seconds into the match. Very good turn and very hard to stop. Those half Nelsons. Those half Nelsons are tough to stop. Wrestling now Ashen for the Eagles. And Brody for the Spuds here. A little bit bigger than our last couple matches. Those wrestlers goes out of bounds. Working for position, just 12 seconds in. Again, these are 1 minute periods. Kind of the standard for high school is, in varsity at least, is 2 minute periods. We get a 2 takedown, just a real spin behind duck under type deal from your Davies wrestler. And a lot of scrambling out here, trying to maintain control. And it almost looked like an escape in the, wow, quite the sequence of events here. Your Davies wrestler pulling the single leg down to flip the Moorhead wrestler to his back, getting a 2 count for 2 near fall. And now back on top and in control, 4-0. Davies is up over our Spuds. Spud looking for a sit-out position, and Davies trying to do a chin drop. After a little bit more scramble there. No change in position. And that's our first period. Moorhead defers decision. Eagles take neutral with little direction from the coaches. Eagles take neutral to start the second. 4-0. Eagles over Spuds here. Rushers locking up and really pulling into each other. Eagles down in for a single and then converting to a double. Trying to drive up, but unable to. Moorhead putting on a very good defense with a sprawl. Now wrestlers are starting to come up. But really locked up here, each with a single leg. Davies lifts the Moorhead wrestler. Moorhead wrestler flips him over for no change. A lot of scramble here. No change yet. No control gained, so no takedown awarded. Davies just working and working for that single and gets it. 2 takedown. Spuds wrestler putting up a good defense. Nearly converting for a 2, but unable to. That brings us to the end of the second. 6-0, Eagles over Spuds. Moorhead wrestler taking down to start the third. And we're off. Moorhead going for a sit out. Davies attempting to keep control and turning around and converting into a shot Really good conversion. Davies putting on a good defense. And both wrestlers locked up here. And Moorhead able to drive in for that double for the reversal. 2 points awarded makes that 2-6. 6 points for the Eagles and 2 points for the Spuds. Moorhead wrestler Brody going for a turn of some sort, needing points to win this match. 4 points down, will need at least 2 ways to score points or get a fall. 15 seconds left here. But Davies does a stand-up. The wrestler Brody doing a neck wrench and bringing him down. Gets a 2 near fall count for 2 points. That puts him up to 4, but not enough for the end of the match. Your winner 6-4 is Ashton from the Eagles. That is a decision. And a really good match between these two wrestlers.
Winner by decision for Fargo Davies is Ashton. Our next matchup for Fargo Davies, we have Gage, and for Moorhead, Ashton.
Gage Brewer wrestling again for the Eagles. Getting a second match here. Ashton Speaker for Moorhead. 2 takedown for your Eagle. Eagles riding tough on top. Has the Spud wrestler broken down. Spud wrestler trying to maintain control down there. Keep from the half Nelson. Davies converting to a cradle and able to get a 1 count off of it. Not sure if he had it locked or not. Was able to expose his shoulders for 1, but that is no points. At least 2 counts are needed for points. Eagles riding tough here. And nearly gets a Moorhead wrestler nearly gets a Peterson roll at the end of the first, which is not enough time. Moorhead decision, they defer. The Eagles take down. It's pretty typical that you see the wrestlers take down, with the idea being that they can score more points while they are down there, get the escape, and then come for the takedown for 3. Whereas if they are on top, they might be unable to convert for points, and if it's both up and they get a takedown, that's just 2 points, not 3. But it is harder than it looks to get away from the opponent and up off the mat for an escape. As you see here, Moorhead is riding very tough, with the Davies wrestler broken down. Yeah, we do get a stop in the match here. Moorhead wrestler put a full Nelson in, maybe unknowingly, but that is an illegal move, and that is a 1-point technical violation awarded to the Eagle wrestler. That score is now 3-0 for the Eagles. 30 seconds left in the half. Moorhead wrestler putting in a half here. Probably what he was trying to do before. Very strong and getting the Davies wrestler pushed over. The official, having counted back points, now looking for a pin. We have about 10 seconds left here. Very close, and he gets it. Ashton Speaker gets the pin in 1 minute and 50 seconds. Very good turnaround after being down 0-3. Very, very good. That was a very strong turn and a very good finish to the match.
Our next matchup for Fargo Davies is Daniel versus Moorhead, Heaton.
Now Daniel Duff for the Eagles. Heaton Hall for Moorhead. Hall in for a takedown, but Duff able to defend. coming back for a reshot, and both wrestlers out on the edge of the mat, working for position here. Very active here at the very beginning of the match. Still 0-0, no takedown yet. Now, so it's mostly working for position. Wrestlers are about at the 180 weight class, maybe 170. Sometimes in these JV matches, they move 1 or 2 weights around. But 2 takedown awarded for Duff, the Eagle wrestler, with 10 seconds left in the first. Riding tough. Has Hall broken down. Out on the edge of the mat. Before the wrestlers go out, time does expire. Moorhead's choice. For the second, they defer decision, as is standard when you get the first decision. Davies takes neutral, and that scores 2-0. Hall over Duff. Or excuse me, Duff over Hall. Duff from Davies and Hall from Moorhead. Wrestler spending a lot of time out on the edge of the mat here. Sometimes you'll see the official encourage the wrestlers to circle in. Both wrestlers really tied up here and working for position. Davies wrestler in on a double leg and seamed in there. Hall able to put on a good sprawl and stop it, but we're in for round 2 here. And Eagle able to convert for a 2-point takedown on his double. Very good tenacity there to keep going with it. Davies now working for a half Nelson. Moorhead was not broken down, defending well against it, and working for a stand-up. Grabs the leg, and now very close to a reversal, and in fact, it does get it. That's 2 points awarded for Moorhead right as time expires at the end of the second. He is still down in points, 2-4, and takes it down here. That score is 4-2. Daniel Duff over Heaton Hall. Duff of Davies, Hall of Moorhead. And Duff right away doing a switch and out front, reaching for a leg. Davies wrestler is staying tough, able to break him down from that. And Moorhead wrestler abandons the leg and now is broken down. But right back up again. Prepared for another move. Davies off to the side, trying to work what seems like a butcher or an inside cradle. Just generally trying to push the wrestler over and keep him broken down where you have better control and can keep them down better and get a better pinning combination. But Duff around front, grabbing a leg and diving in for that second leg. Davies on his haunches and Duff reaching up. That is 2 points awarded. That brings us 4-4. With 5 seconds to go here. Tied up at 4. And indeed, that brings us out of our regular time, 4-4. That'll put us into overtime. 1 minute on the clock. First takedown wins the match. This is Daniel Duff and Heaton Hall. Duff of Davies looking for a snap down of sorts. Hall in on a double leg, head down. Davies wrestler able to sprawl and get him down. And gets around far enough for control, and 2 points awarded for the win to Daniel Duff of Davies. A very good match, though. Put into overtime right at the end with a reversal at about, 5 seconds left in the third. Very fun to see. But your winner by decision is Daniel Duff. Chayton Sen of Davies. Samson Cry of Moorhead. Samson in on a single leg. Almost able to finish it, but abandons it at the end there. Both wrestlers now battling for position. Sen for Davies, Cry for Moorhead. Out on the edge of the mat, Sen broken down, but converts it into a double leg and has control working around. 2 points awarded for Davies. About 15 seconds here in the first still. Able to lock up an outside cradle. And the ref does count more than 2 near falls. That is a 2 points indicated there, but while the Davies wrestler still has the 2 points awarded, but while the Davies wrestler still has the lock in, even if he's not getting back points are not awarded yet. But 2 points were awarded there in near fall, putting Sen of Davies up 4-0. And Sen takes bottom to start the second. Cry on top, coming around front where Sen is able to stand up and get an escape. That is 1 point escape, putting it score at 5-0. Davies over Moorhead in this JV matchup. These wrestlers are approximately 170 pounds. And Sen gets a spin behind takedown, 2 points awarded. Score is now 7-0. That is still a decision, only being up by 7. But Sen around front, Davies wrestler around front, trying to work a butcher, and now back around, working for a cradle, looking for it. The Moorhead wrestler putting on a good defense here, preventing the near falls. And now doing a stand-up, working a tripod, working to his base. Around front, Davies looking for an inside cradle. That is a risky thing about doing that. And the inside cradle is brought over, back points being awarded. And Davies looking for a pin, but nothing to be found. 3-point back point awarded, though. Going into our third, score is 10-0. Chayton Sen over Samson Cry. Cry of Moorhead, of course. Sen of Davies. Good wrestling we've had here, and although the score is 1 point, awarded to Cry here. Although the score is 10-1, this match has been a lot closer than you'd expect. Cry putting up very good defense and very good attacks, just unable to convert. Samson able to put on some pretty sneaky back points and takedowns in. Very good wrestling. We are 30 seconds in. Cry shoots in for a single, trying to convert to a double leg, gets a lift and gets a takedown. 2 points awarded. That score now 10-3 for Davies. Not enough to bring him back, but 2 points reversal for Sen of Davies right there. That score now 12-3. Time running low here. Sen has Cry broken down. And it looks like we may remain that way as our match ends. Your winner of Davies, Chayton Sen, 12-3. That is major decision over Moorhead's Samson Cry. Very good match between those two wrestlers. They don't seem like they would be very far from varsity. Their counterparts must be very good. Riley Lang of Davies, DeMarco Clay of Moorhead here. Both wrestlers in the heavyweight category. And really getting after it locked up here. Pulling into each other. And generally working for position, circling in. Moorhead is able to get a snap down and a spin behind. Very good and well executed. For a 2-point takedown, 2-0. We're about 25 seconds here in the first. Still to go. Moorhead working for a half Nelson. That can be tough to stop when you get a good lock, and you can just see that how he's able to roll him over with it. Official counting back points, but the pin was got pretty quick. 50-second pin by DeMarco Clay. Very good takedown, a snap down spin behind. And then able to convert it right into a half Nelson, turning the wrestler over. That is our last match of JV. There were 12 JV matches, which is a very good number. We're going to look forward to about 14 varsity matches. I expect all the weight classes will be filled by these two teams with likely no forfeits. But 12 JV matches and some very good wrestling on both sides from Davies and Moorhead. These wrestlers don't typically see each other given that they are in different states. They go to usually different tournaments, but very fun that they can get together for a duel these nights and wrestle because you just get different styles, you get different matchups. You don't know how good your opponent will be, and you can get some very fun matches. Varsity will be starting at 7. We're about 20 minutes away. Look forward to that. And thank you all for tuning in to Spuds.tv. We're happy to have you with us. Happy to everyone here at Moorhead High School, too. Looks like we have a number of fans and more coming in for varsity. And it should be a fun duel. Varsity starting at 7 p.m. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's wrestling duel between your Moorhead Spuds and the Davies Eagles. We are at Moorhead High School in the gym that they've been wrestling in for years and years. I would know, I've wrestled here several times myself. And like I said, your Spuds are hosting the Eagles, my alma mater, actually. This is Cole Maring being your commentator tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Spuds TV. We're happy to have you along. We were watching and commentating a little bit before about the JV matches, and I hope that you were there with us then. We had some very fun matches, very good wrestlers out there. But if not, we're happy to have you here for the varsity match. We've just finished the national anthem, and we're about to dive into the announcements, the introductions of the wrestlers by weight class starting at 106 pounds. Of course, we have 14 weight classes starting at 106 and ending at heavyweight. And I'm hopeful that we'll get 14 good matches. Likely to. I don't imagine we will have many forfeits. We were able to get 12 JV matches, which is a good number.
For Davies, Xander Anas. And for Moorhead, Aaron Saprowski. For Zion Siri.
A little mix up there, but fun stuff. We're into the introductions.
For Fargo Davies,
Moorhead has a very tough team. Their coaches being the head coach being Jared Fugelberg. This is his 4th year. That's a bit of trivia. Jared wrestled at Fargo South High School with both of my brothers. I have 2 older brothers, and they all wrestled together. Jared was a 1-time state champion there. This is his 4th year coaching. Also in Moorhead, JJ Fancannel in his 5th year. Travis Osby in his 2nd year. They both coach varsity JV, Colin Haar and Mike Jenkins in their 1st and 5th year, respectively. Junior high, Cal Priggy in his 4th year. Also junior high, Taylor Meister in his 2nd, and junior high, Jack White in his 1st year. Jack White, the coach, not Jack White, the musician, like I thought. But we're doing well anyway. Looks like there was a little bit of a mix-up on the introductions, and we're just diving right in. Wrestling will be beginning shortly. And coaching for the Davies Eagles, their head coach, Keenan Spees, in his 10th year of coaching. When I started wrestling at Davies in 2011, he was the head coach then. He coached me for 2 years, and this is his 10th year. Also, assistant coaches on the team, Joe Trottier, Tony Fugelberg, Jeff Martin, Wayne Wehrmeyer, Christopher Thiel, Joel Vettel, and Shay Yates. Those coaches kind of vary between varsity, JV, and junior high. All necessary, all needed, all great guys. Well, folks, we're starting at 106 pounds here tonight. That is the always the starting weight class in Minnesota. In North Dakota, they actually draw the weight out of a hat, and that's what they start from. And after heavyweight, they round back around at 106 pounds if they need to. But in Minnesota, always starting at 106. And the wrestlers are getting ready here to get rolling. It's fun to see Moorhead and North Dakota schools wrestle together. You don't typically see different state schools wrestling each other. It's just kind of standard to stick with your own state. You know, you get regional matches, you get different things of that nature, and you just kind of wrestle. You know, Moorhead guys wrestle a lot of Minnesota guys. But this is really fun that they can arrange a date with Davies just right across the river and get a match going. And here we're starting at 106 pounds. The Spud wrestler getting a takedown, 2 takedown, out to the edge of the mat with a solid double leg. Very well executed. And that was just 15 seconds in. Of course, these matches have 3 periods, each 2 minutes. So for a 6-minute match, your Davies wrestler fighting to his feet. Nearly getting an escape, but we're able to maintain control. Davies still down 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first. We should see very good wrestling tonight. Both teams putting a lot of good wrestlers in their past and present through. And you can see some fun matchups. You know, very good guy from Moorhead in Minnesota, very good guy from the Davies in North Dakota, maybe ranked in the States, and you can get some really good matchups and really scrappy matches out there. A Moorhead wrestler putting a leg in and trying to get just basically an arm and pull him over. Now working for an outside cradle. Davies working up to his feet, breaking that hold. Leg still in. Moorhead trying to return with a trip out front. And Davies able to maintain his balance and get the escape for 1 point. 40 seconds left here, 2-1. Moorhead right in on a shot, a great reshot for a 2 takedown. 4-1. There are 30 seconds here. And wow, that was a very excellent reshot. Got the Davies wrestler on his heels and really took advantage of the situation. It's fun to see. Right now riding with the leg in. Here's riding tough, breaking down the Davies wrestler. Not much time here left in the first, and likely we're going to ride it out. And in fact, that is what happens. And that's our first period, 106. 4-1 Moorhead. Eagles took odd when the coin was flipped. That means they have to show the first wrestler, but they also get first choice in the match. So they showed the first wrestler, and the wrestler got the first choice, and he deferred decision. Moorhead took it down, which is pretty typical, with the idea being that when you're down, you can get an escape for a point and a takedown for 2 points, and you are the 3 points netted. Whereas if you take neutral, you only get 2 points, or if you go on top, well, you may or may not turn the guy. Hopefully escapes and takedowns are more guaranteed and easier to get, which typically in these high-level wrestling matches they are. Davies is riding tough. We're 30 seconds in already. He's right behind and trying to keep him broken down. And really doing a chop and riding forward with a lot of pressure right into the back. And that can be tough to defend against. Moorhead doing a good job in turning his way out. Doing a bit of a sit out and a real fast spin behind. Very, very good, very quick. Davies hanging on. Moorhead wrestler is able to get the 1 point escape. Davies lost control there at the edge of the mat. And at this moment, we are 1 minute into the second period. We're in on a shot and really working for it. Davies putting in a good whizzer and a good sprawl, working out of it, and the wrestlers are back on their feet, working for position. Moorhead on a double leg. Very good shot. Puts the Davies wrestlers down. That is a 2 takedown, putting the score 7-1. Moorhead wrestler, like before, putting a leg in. That can be a very tough ride to make an escape on. It can be a very good ride to get back points. It can be dangerous, but when you are good at it, it is a very good way to wrestle. Davies broken down, or working that leg in again, and really keeping good pressure to hold him down there. The leg in. Working for maybe across the leg. There are several back points or pinning combinations to get from there, but that actually ends our second time ticking away. Since Davies deferred, they get first choice, and Davies wrestler took it down. The score is 7-1 for your Spuds. That is still a decision, up by 6 points. And for the team score, that would only be 3. Major decision, of course, being 4 points for the team score, technical fall being 5 points for the team score, and a pin being the best, being 6 points. Double the value of a decision. Moorhead riding tough, looking for a cradle. Davies wrestler able to do a stand-up. Trying to stay on his feet, spinning around as the wrestler tries to trip him, but after a bit of a scramble and nearly getting out, Moorhead able to maintain control and keep the wrestler down. wrestling out on the edge of the mat, putting the leg in again, and bringing the Davies wrestler back after trying to do a stand-up. Moorhead wrestler at that point letting him up. The ref didn't actually award a point yet, so that doesn't count as an actual takedown. There, letting him up again. The ref calls it out of bounds and point awarded to the Davies wrestler. 7-2 the score now. Jenkins will need 2 takedowns to get the major. There's one. 2 points awarded. 9-2 now, up by 7. Still a decision. 8 points is a major decision for the extra team point. And going down under, reaching for an outside cradle. But one more time letting him up. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Davies wrestler getting up and putting up a good defense to the shot. Out on the edge of the mat. Moorhead really tenacious after this. And is able to secure the 2 takedown. That score now 11-3. That puts him at a major decision. If the match were to stop now, that would be 4 team points. This is 106 pounds. Team score still 0-0. Match score 11-3. And we have a very good match. Moorhead wrestling a very tough match. Very good on his feet. Double leg takedowns are looking near unstoppable here. Wrestler riding and putting, just really riding, trying to ride out time here. Able to maintain control, and that is our match. Your winner by major decision, 11-3, Michael Jenkins of Moorhead. This is the 4th event for Moorhead, and this is their first home duel. $113 wrestlers going out now.
Next up in the 113-pound weight class for Davies, Kane Mathiasen, and for Moorhead, Dane Ellingsburg.
Wrestling now for Moorhead, Dane Ellingsburg. Davies is Kane Mathiasen. That is Dane Ellingsburg for Moorhead and Kane Mathiasen for Davies. Still up. Davies wrestler able to bring him down for a 2 takedown. Kind of got an angle off to the side, got around the arm, and then almost duck under fashion and able to bring him down for 2-0. 1 minute and 20 seconds. That team score is now 4-0 after last match's major decision. And Michael Jenkins of Moorhead, very good match, very strong wrestler on his feet, able to get takedowns nearly when he wanted to. Now the score is 2-0. Mathiasen of Davies, Ellingsburg of Moorhead. 1 minute left in the first. Davies riding very tough on top. Trying to work a chicken wing or arm bar, depending on where you are from. But off to the edge of the mat, and the ref calls them out. Spud's wrestler is still down with 40 seconds remaining in the first. Score is 2-0 for Davies. And this is 113 pounds. Davies wrestler once again getting the arm bar and grabbing the other wrist, able to come around the edge and work the wrestler over with a chicken wing. Going for it now, Davies nearly getting the other man's back exposed, but your Moorhead wrestler rolled through it after a 1 count and comes around for a reversal. That's a 2-point reversal. The score is now 2-2, low time, 5 seconds. But your Davies wrestler comes around for another reversal after a lot of scrambling. That's your first period. Good takedown to start. Close arm bars. A lot of excitement at the end. Your Moorhead wrestler had first choice there. He deferred decision. Eagles wrestler took down to start the second. Leave a caution on Moorhead there. False start. The wrestler gets 2 cautions, and then on the third caution, there is a point awarded to the other team for a technical penalty. Ellingsburg and Moorhead riding very tough here. Has an arm in a deep waist, trying to hold him down, but Davies working up to his feet, trying to get a stand-up in a way. Still working up to his feet. Ellingsburg able to return him, but now converting over to a double leg as Mathiasen starts to come around. No points awarded yet. In this position, Moorhead hasn't lost control yet. And now, even though he doesn't have the leg, there still isn't control lost. The ref is probably looking for the Davies wrestler going close to a escape. He is awarded a 1 escape, nearly a reversal, as they go out of the mat. 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the second. Wrestlers are now neutral. The score is 5-2 for Mathiasen of Davies over Ellingsburg of Moorhead. Ellingsburg down in on a single and bringing it up. Mathiasen putting in a very strong whizzer and whipping him over. Your Davies wrestler now in a front head position out on the edge of the mat where it's tough to score points. Trying to get a turn behind, but ref calls it dead. Out of bounds, score still 5-2. 30 seconds left here in the second. Davies in on a single leg, or in a high crotch rather, converting to a double and able to convert for a 2 takedown. 20 seconds left, and that score is now 7-2 for the Eagles wrestler. Eagles wrestler riding really tough, keeping him broken down, getting that arm bar again, a favorite move of this wrestler, and now getting a quick turnover and getting back points counted. Right at the end of the match, the ref was able to count 4 counts. That will be 2 back points. 5 counts are needed for a 3-point near fall. Our Moorhead wrestler taking top to start the third. Down 9-2, that's 7 points. That is still only a decision. Davies right away up to his feet. Moorhead down in on a double, trying to maintain control here. And Davies also going to work a front head. No points awarded yet. Just trying to spin behind, grab that leg. Moorhead down and being tough, but Davies able to spin around. Not quite nearly there. And maybe spoke too soon. But now able to get the spin behind for the 2 reversal. Ref indicated takedown, but that was actually a reversal. That score is now 11-2. That is a major decision. Mathiasen with a chicken wing again, putting Ellingsburg to his back and getting back points. 5 near fall were counted. That's at least 3 back points, but he's looking here for a pin. This can be a good one, but also tough to pin somebody in this combination. Some are better than others to getting those shoulders flat. The official is down there trying to verify if the shoulders are up or down. Ellingsburg twisting and just really twisting his body here, trying to get his shoulders out and trying to flip around, but Mathiasen and Davies having a very tight hold and a lot of pressure. 30 seconds left. No pin called yet, of course. Still going for it. Moorhead able to bridge and fight off of it. Very tough. Davies is putting in a very tight hold here. Oh, wow. This is a very good fight by our Moorhead wrestler here. Nearly able to fight off his back. Davies frantically pushing on that shoulder, unable to push him over. Time is running very short on us. And that is our match. 3 near fall are awarded. Score 14-2. That is a major decision for Mathiasen over Ellingsburg.
Winner by major decision for Fargo
A good
Davies
match that
takes
started to
down
run away
Sioux.
at the end there. That is our 113-pound match. That major decision brings the team score to tied up 4-4, 2 matches in. Our next weight class we'll be having here is 120 pounds. I told you folks, we're already having very, very fun and very good wrestling to watch. What a treat on a Tuesday night here.
Our next match, ladies and gentlemen, for Fargo Davies, Abdi Newer, and for Moorhead, Madison Sua.
And 120 pounds. Showing first for the Eagles, Abdi Noor. And for Moorhead, Madison Sua. Noor able to get a 2-point takedown. Just 15 seconds in, that would bring it 2-0. First points of the match. Abdi Noor is a senior for the Davies. Madison Sua is a 9th grader. And Abdi is one of the team captains. Abdi able to maintain control as Sua's trying to do a stand-up and get out. 1 minute and 24 seconds left in the first on the clock. Sua trying to do a sit-out. Abdi getting a chin drop of sorts. No back points, but just maintaining control. Potentially dangerous call on the mat. The Davies wrestler had an armbar in, and if that fist gets too close to the neck, that is a potentially dangerous situation. You can cause some serious harm, and the ref did a good job of seeing that and catching it and stopping the match for that so that our wrestlers don't get hurt. Back on the match. Wrestlers are out of bounds once again. We are at exactly a minute, or 59 seconds, dang near a minute in the first. And a lot of action so far. Abdi able to get a takedown. Madison Sua working very hard to get his escape. Sua back up to his feet. Newer able to maintain control, trying to return to the map. The wrestlers are out of bounds again. That's kind of how this can go sometimes. There's a lot of stand-ups, a lot of chasing, and a lot of going out of bounds. And it's hard to describe how much energy that takes from both wrestlers to be this active out on the mat. Out of bounds once again. Nur trying to maintain control. Sua doing a very good job of making action on bottom and trying to get an escape. So far unsuccessful. 45 seconds here in the first. For a change here, Nur got a breakdown. Trying to drive him forward. Trying to stack him up as of sorts. That's kind of a dubious turn, but we were seeing it. Now he's around the side for a butcher. He was able to turn him over for back points, but Sua rolled right through it for the 1-point escape after only a 1 count. A lot of action there on the edge of the mat. Sua in on a double. No points awarded. Both wrestlers still both have 15 seconds here. Picked him up in a double leg and dropped him. Too far outside, so no point. And a lot of scrappy wrestling here. Both wrestlers with a lot of energy. And the fans really getting into this one. We're trying to make it seem like Sua might have grabbed his headgear. But being he's odd, Nur does get first decision here. He defers decision. Sua of Moorhead takes down. According to the scoreboard, that score is 3-1. There may have been a point awarded. Maybe a technical or something of that nature. Although standard match points last period, there was a takedown, and then at the end, there was an escape. Sua getting a little bit of stretches in. Noor recovers, and this is the start of our second. Noor riding tough, grabbing that ankle. You can't hold on to that too long. It is a way to break someone down, but you have to convert off of it. Holding on too long, you do get called for stalling. Wrestlers go out of bounds. That was an 8-second start. That has been the story of this match so far. A lot of very active wrestling, quickly going out of bounds. Caution on Sua for assuming an incorrect position on bottom once again. You get 2 cautions, and then on the third one, there's a technical point awarded to the other wrestler. Sua standing up right away, wrestlers going out of bounds. And the coaches trying to keep both wrestlers focused on the match here. Noor goes right to that ankle again. Once again, that's a good way to keep somebody from doing a stand-up. But you can't hold on to it too long, and wrestlers are out of bounds again. Sua able to get a stand-up of sorts, off to the edge. There's still 1 minute and 34 seconds left here in the second. Sua gets an escape with a stand-up. Very good stand-ups. A lot of energy to just keep doing that. That is not an easy thing to do. Sua displaying very good stamina. Brings that score 2-3. We still have 1 minute 20 left here. A lot of wild positions here. Sua getting a sort of throw on Noor, but way out of bounds. That has just been, she's been really the story of this match. A lot of good stuff and goes straight out of bounds. Russell spending some time on the inbounds here. Sua trying to throw. Abdi getting the throw just for a takedown. 2 takedown. Brings that score 5-2. Noor over Sua. Noor of Davies, Sua of Moorhead. There's 50 seconds left here. Noor has Sua broken down and holding him down. Working for a half Nelson. And Sua back up to his base. Very good to get to your base in that situation. When you're on the ground, that half Nelson can be very dangerous. Noor riding hard. Sua putting up a very good effort on bottom, and we have 30 seconds left in the second. Noor riding fairly parallel. Doing a good job of keeping Sua broken down though. Almost looking for a butcher type situation. And Davies coach is calling for stalling on bottom there. I'm not sure that I see it, but both these wrestlers putting forth a lot of effort here. It is not easy. And the way these wrestlers have been working, man, very well, a lot of good endurance, very well coached and trained. Davies' choice for the third period. Wrestler takes bottom. And Sua of Moorhead just elects to keep him, or to let him to his feet. That's a 1-point escape awarded. That is, score is now 6-2. And our Moorhead wrestler is going to need 4 points and able to bring himself ahead here. He goes right in and is able to whip around for a double or single. Out to the edge of the mat. Ref hasn't called it dead yet. 2 takedown awarded. And 2 near fall awarded. Wow, what an effort. Sua with the takedown to the Davies wrestler's back. And 2 points. That brings the score tied. Sua on top. But he elects to let Noor up. That score is now 6-7. Sua is still down, but with the effort he just showed. It's still 1:40 here in the third. Man, we are in for a fun rest of our match here. Noor looking a little bit on the defensive. Sua still pulling in for the offense. Abdi tried to do a throw, unable to finish it. And Noor brings him straight to his back. After a little bit of rolling, Sua looking for the pin over Noor. Score 8-7 with the 2 takedown. And the pin is awarded. In the third period, after 4 minutes and 53 seconds, Madison Sua gets the fall. That is 16 points awarded for Moorhead. And at 126 pounds, Moorhead will be showing first. What a good match, wow.
Our next match at 126-pound weight class. For Moorhead is Grayson Wallace. Partner Davies is open.
126 pounds with a little bit of strategic moving. Grayson Wallace comes out for Moorhead. Davies is open. That's a forfeit. That's an automatic 6 points awarded to the Spuds. Team score now 16-4. Which brings us straight into our 132-pound match. Yeah, what a fun match. Madison Sua displaying great tenacity, just kept working, kept getting up. Abdi Noor putting on a very good match. It really came down to the end there. Score is locked up. Wrestlers are out here for 132 pounds.
Step at 132-pound weight class. For the Davies Eagles, Wyatt Kozadowski. And for Moorhead, Ian Moeller.
At 132 pounds, Wyatt Kozadowski showing for Davies. Ian Muller for Moorhead. It can show you the importance of a team flip and who gets to show up first. Davies waited to hear who was wrestling at 126 before declaring it open. Likely putting Wyatt Kozadowski up a weight, and Kozadowski gets a 2-point takedown. It's 2-0 now with about a minute 30. Muller is a senior. Kozadowski is an 8th grader. Kozadowski getting a cheap tilt, a kind of a ball and chain. He has the arm trapped. Brings him over for a cheap tilt. Gets 3-point near fall awarded. Like they're called, a cheap tilt. You can get back points fairly cheap, but it can be dangerous. You can put yourself in danger going to your back, and it is typically very difficult to try and pin somebody from that position. Really just about putting points on the board. 45 seconds left in the first period here. Score is 5-0 for Kozadowski over Muller. And Muller is able to get to his feet and get an escape for a point. Score now 5-1. Both wrestlers getting locked up here, working for position. Moving a little bit slow as these final seconds of the first period tick away. And indeed, the seconds are allowed to elapse. That's your first period at 132. Kozadowski showed first. He gets first choice, and he defers decision. Muller of Moorhead takes it down to start our second period. 132 is a very fun weight class, one of the weight classes that I wrestled in high school. Kozadowski breaking Muller down right away and holding him down. Grabbing that back leg, looks like he was working for a move called a bow and arrow. That can be a tough one to try and get, but now he has that leg locked up and is going to Turk the Moorhead wrestler over here. Riding very tough. Moorhead wrestler putting up a very good fight on bottom. That can be very tough to try and keep off your back when a good Turk is put in. Shoulders were never exposed enough. I believe it has to be over a 45-degree angle No back points even counted. No back points clearly awarded. And that brings us about 1 minute through the second period. The score is still 5-1, Kozadowski over Moeller. Team score is at 16-4 after the last forfeit and the previous pin. It's amazing how tides can change. 4-4 going straight to 16-4. Kozadowski putting in a good cradle, outside cradle there. He got his 5 count for the 3 near fall, looking to get a pin, trying to elevate that other leg. Just trying to control it. And he's awarded the pin. Not the most common to get a pin from an outside cradle. Very well executed. Kozadowski pulling the pin in 3 minutes and 32 seconds. And 138 pounds, Moorhead is the first to declare their wrestler. Fun duel we have now. Score 16-10 after that pin. Team score. That was our 5th weight class. 4 matches and 1 forfeit so far. As your Spuds host the Eagles in the Spuds' first home duel. Thank you for tuning in to Spuds TV. This is Cole Maring, your commentator, and happy to have you along. And having shown first for Moorhead there, 138, being the even team, that is Jeremy Murray, a senior. And for the Eagles, Sejan Gurung, a freshman. Gurung and Murray here, working for position and locking up. This is 138 pounds, also another fun weight, what I wrestled at my senior year. And 2-point takedown for Gurung. Able to get in on a high crotch, convert to a double for a good takedown. Gurung now trying to break down Murray. Murray looking for some sort of hand control and stay on his base. Gurung has that back ankle trapped. Fighting fairly parallel. Murray getting a stand up and now getting a run out of bounds. Interesting matchup here. Murray appears to be at least a few inches taller than Gurung. In these middleweights, you can get some interesting stuff like that. Gurung still on top. 1 minute left in the first. Score is 2-0. Gurung over Murray. Murray working for position on bottom here. Broken down, and when you're broken down, it is tough to work back up to your base, but it is essential because it's from your base where you can make your best moves, your stand-ups, your switches, your sit-outs, any of your rolls. And Murray back up to his base here, working for a stand-up, one of the most common and best ways to get out. And as he did a stand-up, Gurung brings him down for a cheap tilt. Official down counting near fall, and counts 5 near fall. Gurung appearing to go for a pin here. Oh, he gets it. Not the most common, a pin from a tilt. But Sejan Gurung gets the pin in 1 minute and 48 seconds. And that's your 145-pound weight class. And just like that, team score is back tied up again, 16-16. 145 pounds up next. At 145, Davies will show the first wrestler. Because they show the first wrestler, they get the first choice.
The 145-pound weight class for Fargo Davies, Sawyer Free. And for the Moorhead Spuds, Lee Ellensburg.
And we have our second Moorhead Ellingsburg of the night, Lee Ellingsburg for Moorhead, Sawyer Free for Davies. Ellingsburg is a sophomore. Sawyer Free is a senior, and Free is one of the team captains. Free down in on a single leg, lifting it up, working for position. Ellingsburg putting up a good defense, out on the edge of the mat now, nearly out of bounds. And Free converts to a cradle, and the official calls it out of bounds just before that. 30 seconds in, there's a minute and 30 left in the first. Score is still 0-0 between Lee Ellingsburg and Sawyer Free. Ellingsburg of Moorhead, Free of Davies. Both wrestlers working for position, really hand fighting out there, trying to gain just the right amount of upper hand before you can really make a jump. And Free thinks he found it. He locks up in double underhooks and simply throws the guy to his, Ellingsburg to his back. Back point's being counted, and he's looking for a pin here. He's converted it to a outside headlock with the arm that you wouldn't typically have. Seems a little dangerous, and Ellingsburg able to roll and put him in a little bit of danger. Gets out of the lock. 3-point near fault awarded. Makes that score 5-0. Davies over Moorhead. Called out of bounds. Ellingsburg will be down here. 33 seconds left in the first. He'll be looking to make a very quick escape. Free on top of Davies. With that last match, we were brought halfway through the duel. That was the 7th match. 7th of our 14. Of course, 6 matches and one forfeit by Davies. Forfeit seeming fairly strategic as they were looking for who was wrestling. Ellingsburg fighting up to his feet with a very good stand-up. Just a few seconds left, and Free went down to the single. Davies' choice first, as they showed first. Defer decision. Ellingsburg and Moorhead takes it down to start the second. Ellingsburg right up to his feet in a stand-up. Davies returning him. Now Ellingsburg broken down, working for his base. Davies looks like he could be working for an armbar of sorts here, or a leg Turk. Really keeping him broken down here. Ellingsburg still working up to his base. To his base. Free reaches for a butcher. Ellingsburg straight back down. And that's what we're looking at. Free looking fairly dangerous on top. Ellingsburg putting on a good defense to keep himself from being turned. Free now trying to get 2 arms on one. Riding behind. And he's able to bring the arm around and work for a butcher here. Ellingsburg putting on a good defense, back up to his base. Free grabs both arms, knocks him down, turns him over. 40 seconds here. Back points being counted. Looking for a pin. The official down, checking on the shoulders, verifying that they're both down. If you're good at this butcher, this can be a very good way to pin somebody, but it is also tough to get good at it. We have 20 seconds here, and the pin is called. After 3 minutes and 41 seconds, Sawyer Free gets the fall over Lee Ellingsburg. Ellingsburg and Moorhead free of Davies. And 6 points are awarded to the Eagles in the team score. Now 22-16. Moorhead to show their wrestler first at 152. Halfway through our duel here. Bridger Mojo out there, showing first at 152 for the Spuds. Malachi Wehrmeyer for the Eagles. Mojo in on a single leg, very tough. Mojo in on a single leg. Wehrmeyer putting on a good defense. Mojo is a senior, 12th grader. Malachi is a freshman, 9th grader. We've had several of those matches tonight. Mojo in on a shot, brings the wrestlers out of bounds. 1 minute and 27 seconds left in the first. Both wrestlers fighting for hands, fighting for position. Just trying to gain the slight upper hand, looking for the moment when it makes most sense to make their move. Wehrmeyer looking for a big throw. Big headlock, gets a neck wrench, but that can be dangerous. Mojo rolls him through for the 2 takedown. No back points awarded. Very good scramble. With no back points awarded, that is just the takedown, even after all the excitement. And now your spot is up 2-0. The Eagles get an escape. That's 1.21, and right back in on a single leg. Mojo with a good sprawl. Going to slowly be working for a position here. Break that lock. Keep the front head. Work around. I think that's what he's thinking on. Unable to break the lock before stalemate is called by the official. 18 seconds left here in the first. Again, this is Bridger Mojo of Moorhead and Malachi Wehrmeyer of Davies. Wehrmeyer looking for another duck under, potentially looking for a throw. Must be dangerous. The time expires for the first period. Moorhead with the first choice, defers decision. Eagles take down. Scores 2-1 in favor of the Spuds. That team score after the last match is 22-16 Eagles. Wehrmeyer doing a sit out and turning around. That can be dangerous to do. Now he's still trying to do the same thing. You can be put to your back that way. And Mojo looking like he's putting him near in danger. Mojo riding very tough. And Wehrmeyer putting on a good effort to make his escape. Wehrmeyer getting a stand-up. Mojo trying to trip him back down. Wehrmeyer now getting a little bit better position, but Mojo converts to a double leg, brings him right back down and maintains control. There's still 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the second. Wrestlers toward the outside of the mat. Moorhead coaches, wanting them to be called out of bounds, and they do. 1 minute, 6 seconds. Malachi Wehrmeyer, having chosen down, is still down in the second period. 2-1. Mojo over Wehrmeyer. And Moorhead's Mojo riding very tough. Holding that arm, Wehrmeyer gets the stand up, but without that arm, you could just get pulled right back down and broken down immediately. That's very tough. Mojo very strong on top here. Mojo looked like he was trying to get an arm bar. Wehrmeyer side gets a stand up right away. Wrestlers go out of bounds, but he's able to get enough separation, and up 1 point escape is awarded to Wehrmeyer. 36 seconds in the second. Score is now 2-2. Wehrmeyer looking like he may have gotten a little tired there on bottom. That is hard work. Mojo right on the line, looking tough, looking like he's looking for his moves. Mojo looking for snaps, both wrestlers tied up, vying for their position. About 10 seconds left here, not much left of the second. Wehrmeyer looking like he's keeping it locked up, kind of toward the edge of the mat. And it looks like time will be allowed to expire. And indeed it does. 2-2. Mojo of Moorhead, Wehrmeyer of Davies. Mojo's choice, he takes bottom to start the third. Mojo will be looking for an escape. We'll put him up by 1 point. And we're off. Mojo looking like he's going to go for a stand-up right away. Wehrmeyer breaking him down right away, right to his stomach. And Mojo fighting for his hands, still down. It's hard work when you're broken down. You got to work yourself up to your base and then do your move. Wehrmeyer getting a little high. He's riding parallel. Bridger goes up to his haunches, and Wehrmeyer puts the leg in, and that is potentially dangerous. Ref calls it. And we're a minute 33 in. Mojo still down. Score is 2-2. And it's anybody's match at this point. Again, Bridger Mojo of Moorhead, Malachi Wehrmeyer of Davies. At 152 pounds, we're in the third period. Wehrmeyer keeping a lot of pressure on Mojo from the top. Staying fairly parallel, and some refs, they can ding you for that. Staying parallel for too long, you can get called for stalling. So now Bridger up to his base. Wehrmeyer riding tough. Bridger trying to do a roll, and Bridger going right with him. Very good technique by both these wrestlers. Bridger able to get a 2-point reversal to Wehrmeyer's back. 2 points puts him up 4-2. Back points, I think, have been counted. There's probably 3 on the mat. Wehrmeyer rolls him back over. 3 points awarded to Mojo. 2-point reversal back to Wehrmeyer. But that score is now 7-4 for Mojo. Blood on the mat is called. There's 8 seconds left. Not much time, very short time. Wehrmeyer's still on top. And Mojo on bottom, and now Mojo's up 7-4, so the ball is now in Davies' court. But there's not much time left here. Mojo with very good sense, as Wehrmeyer did a dangerous outside cradle over and around. Mojo stopped it dead right halfway through, and he was up top. Was able to convert right into an outside arm headlock. Got his 2-point reversal. Got his 3-point near fall. And that is dangerous. Wehrmeyer is able to roll him back over, but the damage was already done. 2 reversal, 3-point near fall. And even after the other reversal, score is now 7-4. Very fun, very good match between these two wrestlers. Again, Bridger Mojo of Moorhead is down. Malachi Wehrmeyer on top. 8 seconds. Wehrmeyer out front, trying for a big roll, a big turn. Unable to get it. Mojo awarded 1-point escape at the end. And that score is now 8-4. Your winner, Bridger Mojo of Moorhead. 8-4 decision. That decision brings Moorhead closer to Davies, 19-22. Your winner at 152 pounds by decision, Bridger Mojo over Malachi Wehrmeyer.
Next up at 160-pound weight class for the Davies Eagles, Kenneth Hansen, and for Moorhead, A.J. Demo.
And we're now at 116 pounds. The match is an odd match, so Davies shows first, and that is Kenneth Hansen for Davies. Moorhead's A.J. Demo. A.J. Demo is a senior. Kenny Hansen also a senior. Both wrestlers being fairly safe here. Hansen in on a double, but Demo just brings him up. Hansen in on another shot. Demo just hips him right back up. And Hansen still fighting for that. Trying to convert. And then Demo back in for the reshot. Wow. Great form. 2 takedown for Demo with 1 minute into the first period. He's up 2-0. Nearly working for a half Nelson. As the action was going on, hands got caught up. AJ Demo likely inadvertently put in a full Nelson. That is illegal. That's 1 point technical violation. 1 point awarded to Davies there. And Demo lets Kenny Hansen up. Score is now 2-2. Demo with the big throw, out of bounds. Didn't look like it'd be points anyway, but wow. It's a lot of good feel to put in a big just pancake toss like that. 34 seconds left in the first. Score is 2-2. At 160 pounds, we have AJ Demo of Moorhead and Kenny Hansen of Davies. Your Spuds currently are trailing the Eagles 19-22 in the team score. Davies in on another shot. Time expires. Demo having very good defense against those shots. And my, what a excellent reshot he had there earlier for the takedown in this period. First period expires. Eagles choice, and they just go straight to bottom. Score is 2-2. Caution called on Demo. Likely a false start. Now the wrestlers are off. Hansen working on a sit out, keeping his base. Demo looking for a breakdown, trying to keep behind. The longer you can stay on top, it is tough work being on bottom. You can really tire yourself out. A guy can get you tired out. Eagle wrestler still on his base. Looking for hand control to then do a turnaround, and he does it. He gets hand control, spins around, and 2 point reversal awarded for your Eagle wrestler. The score is now 4-2. Demo of Moorhead on bottom. 1 minute and 20 seconds still in the second period. Both these wrestlers are seniors. And Hansen, Hansen catches Demo on his back, gets the pin called right away, and pin in 2 minutes and 57 seconds for Kenny Hansen. At 160 pounds, Kenny Hansen of Eagles wins by fall. 2 minutes, 53 seconds over AJ Demo of Moorhead.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up at the 170-pound weight class for Fargo Davies, Aiden Devine, and for Moorhead, Zach Bankhandle.
170 pounds now. It's an even match. Moorhead showed first, putting out Zach Bankhandle. For Davies, Aiden Devine of for the Eagles. And Devine gets a 2 point takedown just about 15 seconds in. This is 170 pounds. Zach Bankhandle is a sophomore at Moorhead. And gets the escape out there. Devine, one of the captains for the team, is a senior. Devine working a front head here, nearly getting a cow catcher, forcing the Moorhead wrestler over to his back. That scores 2-1 after the escape. Takedown and escape. Wrestlers are out on the edge of the mat. Looks like, after a very good move by Bankhandle, they went out of bounds. No points awarded. 59 seconds, about 1 minute here. Still in the first. Both wrestlers working here for a position. Davies in on a takedown. Takes a very quick double leg from way back. Not much setup, but took Fancannel by surprise there. No points awarded yet. Fancannel still holding on to a defense. Even though he's back on his haunches, Davies trying to spin around and work up. Slowly push him back. But Fancannel putting on a very good defense. And if Davies isn't able to convert this, it may just be called stalemate. Oh, but 2 points is awarded for Davies. That score now 4-1. 10 seconds still in the first. Davies driving in, trying to hold him down. Fancannel right away with a stand-up. They go out of bounds right as time expires for the first. And it is Moorhead's choice. Fancannel defers decision. Davies takes bottom to start the second period. Davies right away to his feet. Fancannel going for a cradle. Caught a little bit high. Davies able to convert for a reversal. That's 2 points. Now scores 6-1. And we're still a minute and 40 still left in the second. A lot of wrestling time here. That score 6-1. Davies over Fancannel of Moorhead. And after that last match, that last pin, team score is now 19 Spuds, 28 Eagles. And thank you for tuning in to Spuds TV. We're glad to have you with us. This is a very fun duel. A lot of good matches, good wrestlers. This is Cole Maring commentating. And that brings us to 1 minute left in the second. Davies riding very tough. Fancannel trying to keep his base. What can be a tall task when you have someone that tough on top. Fancannel up to his base. Davies going out to the side, maybe thinking, looking like he's thinking about working a half Nelson or a butcher, get him broken down. Try to change position a little bit and able to gain an advantage, because otherwise it can be so tough to get an arm, get some sort of advantage. Davies is able to ride out the second period. After being on bottom, got a reversal pretty early and was able to ride it out. Score now 6-1. Your Eagles over the Spuds. Fancannel takes top to start the third. Davies right away to his feet. Fancannel putting a leg in. No loss of control yet, but both wrestlers on their feet. Fancannel puts a second leg up, and that is potentially dangerous. Wrestlers back down to their base. 8 seconds in. Once again, Davies going for a stand-up. Fancannel able to get the cradle and bring him down, only for a 1 count. Fancannel now riding very tough. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. That score still 1-6. He'll need 5 points to bring this to a tie, or more to get into overtime, that is, or more to win the match outright. Well, official calls a stalemate on the mat. Not enough activity. Davies was broken down. Fancannel is riding somewhat parallel. Not a lot of action. The official wanted it changed. Fancannel puts in the leg. Davies is able to get nearly a reversal. No points awarded yet. In 50 seconds still here in the third. No movement. Davina has Fancandle in a front head, and now is able to spin around, get the 2-point reversal. That score now 8-1. 7 points is still only a decision, and you can see letting him up for a point brings it 8-2, but with a takedown, it will be a major decision. That is 14 points, and that can be huge as we get later in the duel. Every team point counts. Davina in on a double leg, not able to convert. Fancandle's a very good sprawl. Now working on spinning around, working on a front head. And after no change in position, that match is ended in a decision. 8-2. Aiden Devine wins over Zach Fancandle. That is 3 team points. Our score now 19 for the Spuds, 31 for the Eagles. Our next weight class will be 182 pounds. And there will be 3 more after that. 4 more matches, including this one.
Next up at 182-pound weight class for Fargo Davies, Eli Christopherson, and for Moorhead, Jack Olstead.
Jack Olstead wrestling now for Moorhead at 182 pounds. A freshman for Davies, Eli Christopherson. Christopherson is a junior. Olstead in on a shot. Christopherson keeping good defense. Christopherson able to spin around and go into the front end. Very slick move to gain the advantage here. No points awarded yet. But Olstead with the spin. But both wrestlers back up to their feet. No change in position. Christopherson grabbing a headlock. Olstead dropping, it appears, straight to his back, trying to convert. Didn't work. Christopherson now has the headlock. 2 points were awarded for takedown, and all 5 counts of back points have been counted. Oh, but now Olstead turns him around and puts his own headlock in. Turn of events here. Now 5-2, and he'll be looking for the pin. Three points were awarded. He must have lost the arm while he was down in the headlock. Became an illegal headlock for an illegal point. That's 1 point awarded to Davies. Now that score is 6-5 for the Eagles. Olstead still on top after a topsy-turvy beginning of our first period. Still 35 seconds left here. Christopherson for the Eagles is down. Jack Olstead for Moorhead is on top at 182 pounds. Our team score now, 19 for the Spuds, 31 for the Eagles. As these matches wind down, every point just really, it matters so much. Olstead riding very tough. Christopherson working to his base, trying to get control to work himself out. Olstead off to the side, trying to buck him forward and do a form of a butcher or half Nelson. No change in position though. First period ends 6-5 for Davies. Moore's decision first. Moorhead does defer decision. Davies wrestler takes bottom to start the second. Score still 6-5. Eagles against the Spuds. We're at 182 pounds here. Jack Olstead of Moorhead. Eli Christopherson of Davies. Christopherson keeping a base, grabbing a leg, spinning around, able to go and get a 2-point reversal. It looked like Olstead had him in a very good hold, but Christopherson able to get the advantage and get the reversal. 2 points brings it 8-2. Christopherson trying to get a roll, nearly getting enough leverage there to get his own reversal back. Again, that score now 8-5. We have a minute and 15 seconds left in the second. Christopherson leads Olstead 8-5 at 182 pounds. Olstead down there trying to get a hand, trying to get a roll, Peterson roll. We're down to 1 minute now. Christopherson maintaining control. He's got him broken down now. Laying a fair bit parallel. Looks like he may be trying to think about going for a half Nelson off to the edge. And there's a full Nelson by Christopherson of Davies. That's a 1 technical violation, 1 point awarded to Olstead. Score now 6-8. Olstead going for a stand-up, Christopherson grabbing that arm and breaking him right down. It just gets tougher and tougher as these weights get higher. When you get broken down, it is just so hard to get up. 30 seconds left in the second. Christopherson over on a half Nelson. Turns Christopherson, and the official shoulders must have been just glued. Official calling the pin right away. And that pin came 3 minutes and 36 seconds into the match. Christopherson gets the pin over Olstead. And that is 16 points. Your winner, 182 pounds, Christopherson of Davies over Olstead of Moorhead. In a very fun, very wild match. 195 pounds is next. And we have 3 matches left there. Score is now 19-36. Spuds, team score 19-36. Spuds against Moorhead. Now 195 pounds showing for Moorhead. David Krabenoft for Davies. Zach Lilly. Krabenoft around for a takedown right away there. 2 points. Just 20 seconds in. And Lilly out to sit out, trying to work for a little position to get his escape, but Krabenoft riding tough. Moorhead looking like he's working for a armbar chicken wing. Man, that can be dangerous in these upper weights. Very tough move to stop. Good pinning combination. He grabs the other arm. Davies wrestle turning against it, which is the right thing to do, but now he is broken down. And we are 1 minute in to the first period. 2-0 at 195 pounds, David Krabenoft of Moorhead and Zach Lilly of Davies. Lilly up to his feet, gets driven out of bounds, 56 seconds on the clock. And Lilly will be back down, still in our first period. Again, that team score. With these last matches, Moorhead will need a number of wins. The team score at 19-36. And Lilly gets the escape. And right back in on a shot. Krabenoft with a good sprawl, but Lilly able to convert. Gets a 2 takedown. 40 seconds left. That score now 3-2. David working to his base. Contains his base. Lilly grabbing one of the wrists, trying to break him down, just with a lot of pressure right in the back. But Krabenoft maintaining a very good base. Still 20 seconds left here. He'll be looking for an escape. Looking for a roll, in fact. Krabenoft able to stop it and catches an arm and turns the wrestler. Able to get some back points to near fall, but then gets a reversal and a dangerous hold. 2 points awarded to each wrestler. And that brings us out of our first. 2 near fall for Lilly, 2 reversal for Krabenoft. Score is now 5-4. Davies over Spuds. Moorhead wrestler defers decision. Davies will take down to start the second. Kravinoff riding hard, 10 seconds in. Getting up and putting a leg in, looking maybe a little high, but riding very tough and breaking down Lily. Grabbing the arm and just trying to simply lever him over with it, and gets 2 near fall counted and more coming. Lily, David able to convert this. The ref down, seeing if Lily's shoulders are down. Wow, a great pin, great pinning combination by David Kravinoff. 2 minutes and 39 seconds in. Putting the leg in, getting the lock, and securing the pin. So important. That score now 25-36 team score. There are 2 matches left. Spuds will need some very good wins here, or pull out the win, and that was very needed. 220 pounds up here. This is the second to last match. Next is heavyweights. Thank you for tuning into Spuds TV.
For Fargo Davies, Luke Lang, and for Moorhead, Jace Brittle.
Luke Lang out there for Davies. Jace Friddle for Moorhead. Friddle is a junior. Lang is a senior at 220 pounds. Both wrestlers getting locked up. Lang in kind of on a front head here. Both wrestlers still on their feet. Lang trying to break him down. That takedown gets more and more used and important as these weights go up. Just a simple snap down, hold the wrestler down in a front head, and get a good spin behind. It can be very tiring to be in if your head is down. Jace Friddle able to break the lock, though. But Luke Lang right back in it, trying to bull him down, and there he does. Trying to do the spin around. Friddle back up on his feet, though, with very good defense. This is the first period of 220 pounds. Both wrestlers here vying for position. We're over a minute in, 50 seconds left here in the first. And wrestlers locked up here, getting a fair bit of mileage around the mat. With 30 seconds still in the first. Each wrestler vying for their position and their advantage so they can take their shot or their preferred takedown. Looks fairly even now. Wrestlers circled back into the middle. Still vying for position. Friddle going for a duck under in a form of shot and nearly gets in trouble, but able to get right back out of it. And time will expire there. No points awarded in the first. Moorhead will defer decision. Davies just took down. There was no deferral. And Lang trying to keep his base, trying to get out. Friddle doing a good job of breaking him down, and has Lang broken down now. Now we'll look for maybe a half Nelson, maybe a chicken wing like his last Moorhead wrestler. They probably wrestled together a lot in practice. But Lang is able to secure a stand-up and get out. That is 1 point awarded in escape. 1 minute, about 30 seconds in. We're about 1 minute and 20 seconds left here after they've been up for a moment. Both wrestlers locks back up, vying for position. 1-0 is the score of this match. Luke Lang for Davies. Jace Friddle of Moorhead. Jace Friddle looking to secure a big win for his team so that the heavyweight, his next teammate, can get in there and give the team a chance. Friddle in on a shot. Lang hips him over to his back. 2-point takedown and getting back points. Looking to get a pin here. 50 seconds still in the second. Holding him down simply chest to chest. And Lang is able to secure the pin. 3 minutes and 15 seconds in, Luke Lang gets the fall over Jace Friddle of Moorhead. 6 points puts the Eagles at 42 to Spud's 25. And with 1 match left, that puts the duel out of reach for Moorhead.
Next up at 285 pounds, Fargo Davies is open for Moorhead Abdi. Winner by default for the Spuds, Abdi.
And in fact, Eagles will forfeit the last match of the night at heavyweight. Moorhead Abdi takes the forfeit for Moorhead after those 6 points. The team score is 30, I think it should be 37 to 42. 31 to 42. Either way, your Davies Eagles come away as the winner. 2 forfeits in this match, 1 at heavyweight, 1 at 126 pounds. Very good matches, very back and forth matches, and a lot of fun wrestling to watch tonight. Very impressive. 2 nights from now, Spuds will have another home duel against West Fargo, another Fargo team. That'll be their second home duel of the season. That'll be their 5th event. Still early December here. Still a lot of season left for these wrestlers. Looking to do well, looking to do well in their regions, do well in states. And a fun duel tonight. Thank you all for tuning in to Spuds TV. This was Cole Marion commentating. Thank you for joining me. Happy to have you here. And a fun duel for the Moorhead Spuds.